Hello everyone, welcome back to the Deep Dive with Mike and Andy. Today we're going to be going over a little anthropological type of things.
So the targeted audience of this episode is for people who enjoy learning about unique traditions and ceremonies around the world. It's also for people who are curious about how we judge or understand practices that may seem extreme to outsiders, like the people of the United States. And the goal of this episode is for all of the listeners to become more open-minded and culturally aware of different cultures that practice extreme things that the United States wouldn't.
Yeah, so speaking of one tribe in general is the Satir Maui tribe. These are the indigenous people of Brazil, and they live deep in the Amazon forest. This tribe, they speak the Satir Maui language that belongs to the Tupi language family. And they have been around, or just documented, since 1696.
1669. All right. The Satir Maui tribe is known for their so-called bullet ant initiation, which is initiation that marks their transition of boys turning into men. So, brief little background of bullet ants is they are known for having the most painful sting in the insect world. It is rated a 4 on the Schmidt Pain Index, and one would compare it to the pain of being shot with a gun.
Like, this is some crazy stuff. I mean, I don't understand how kids almost our age are getting stung by these ants, and almost like it's kind of normal to them. I feel like that'd be kind of crazy. That's like us getting just...
I know, honestly. These kids are pretty courageous. I wouldn't put a glove on them.
Definitely not. I mean, to prove my manhood, I just go around being myself. I don't really have to put a glove on with ants and let them sting me.
Yeah.
It's not really my type of thing.
So, a little more details is the tribe carefully sedates the ants with herbs, and then they weave them into gloves made from plant fibers. When the ants wake up, the boys wear the gloves for 10 minutes, enduring hundreds of stings on their hand. The pain causes them temporary paralysis, shaking, and intense burning sensations.
I mean, this could probably make them throw up. I mean, that pain.
At least throw up, Andy, honestly.
The pain that serious, I could do anything to someone.
Seriously. So the boys must repeat the ritual around 20 times over several months to prove strength and discipline.
I mean, that's crazy, Mike. I don't see how a boy our age could do that. It takes a lot.
The craziest thing is the elders of the community just stand there, watch them, instead of like checking up on them, seeing if they're okay. They're cheering them on.
I mean, it's just different places around the world do different things. I mean, we never think about that here, but you got to keep an open mind to other stuff. I mean,
yeah,
almost like cultural relativism.
That's a good point, Andy. So this initiation is a generational initiation. It strengthens the community bonds. It passes down respect to the next generation, bravery, and endurance.
Damn, dude.
And then it's also a spiritual connection to the tribe's ancestors and natural world.
So maybe, Micah, we're thinking like this is something they've been doing their whole life that the elders used to do, and now that it's around today, the kids just keep doing it because they don't want to like interrupt any traditional values that's been going on before.
Indeed.
Man, ain't no way around here I'm letting the ants sting me. That's not happening. Not on my watch.
We from the sea. We don't be doing none of that around here.
Wow, why in the hell would you do that? Bro, those people in the Amazon, it's weird as hell, bro. I ain't doing none of that shit over here, bro. I swear to God.
I would never do that shit, man.
So our friends Cabalo, Chad, Zael, Jesse, they have a really ethnocentric point of view. Ethnocentrism is defined as judging another culture by comparing them to your own cultural standards.
I mean, so these speakers that we brought in, they heard us talking backstage, and they were like, dude, what is going on in the Amazon? And then we had them share their point of view a little bit. Showed how they felt, what they thought about it.
One more.
More.
Wait, Juice. Isn't that weird as hell?
What?
Do you think that's weird as hell?
It's so weird.
Okay, thank you, Juice.
So weird.
All right, another ethnocentric point of view. That is crazy.
See, people around here in the United States, they really don't understand what goes on in these other countries, and they're a little like negative towards it, thinking, "Wow, I'd never do that." And that's the anthropocentrism that happens around the world.
All right. So. No, you're good. You're good. All right. Sorry, little backstage production issues. But from the perspective of people in the United States, rituals that we have that turn us like into men or like transform who we are. An example would be like a sweet 16 for girls. If you're like Catholic or Christian, confirmation, baptisms. When people graduate after they turn 18, it represents that they're turning into like grown adults.
These are just things, these are just certain different things that happen around the world. Like here, we would never think about hurting ourselves just to turn a man. Here, we might go to a church, get confirmed, and that maybe makes us into a better person or brings us closer to God as they're bringing themselves closer to a tribe.
Very well said, Andy.
Thank you, Micah.
So another thing about the ethnocentrism point of view is it can lead to misjudging or disrespecting traditions that have very deep cultural meanings to a lot of different cultures around the world.
It could almost be shown as like disrespectful towards the Satir Maui people. They could see us talking about their tribe in a negative way and be like, "Come on, man, why would you do that? It's just what we do." And they could look at us and be like, "A sweet 16, what the heck? That's weird."
Now, Nate and Juice, after learning about this culture and cultural relativism, don't you understand why this culture does what they have to do?
No, I understand fully, yeah. I understand it so well. I agree. They gotta do what they gotta do.
That's right.
I'm really glad that we changed people's mind, and that's what we call cultural relativism. It's when people really think about what goes on in another culture and sees like, oh, this is why they do that, and this is why they do this.
So now, Nate and Juice, before they viewed it as weird, but now they might view the bullet ant ritual as a meaningful and honorable and really a nice community-centered tradition.
It's a really intriguing topic.
Wait,
Here.
Juice, I got a question for you.
What's up?
Have you ever judged something before understanding the reason behind it?
Oh, 100%, yeah. I mean, I judge a lot of things before I...
Juice.
It's like judging a book before it's covered.
Juice.
Give an example.
Yeah.
Nathan, I have a question for you, man. Have you ever judged something before understanding the reason behind it?
I mean, yeah, I have. Like, for example, like, I was thinking with fat people. Like,
Nate, you cannot say that, bro.
Nathan, as you like learned about it more, talked to it more, did that change your view on it?
Yeah, I mean, Juice is the closest to But other than that, I
Finish 2 weeks next group, bro. We're talking about this topic. This is a busy topic. This has nothing to do with my weight.
I would never judge a book.
All right, thank you.
All right, thank you, Nathan. And you know, Nathan's taking these steps from being ethnocentric to having more of a cultural relativism point of view. It really shows that he has respect, understanding, and empathy for my friend Juice here.
Yeah, thank you. Nathan, you're so kind.
Evan, do you think that there should be limits to different traditions around the world?
I mean, maybe if they're like really violent and really bad, but I mean, like, other than that, I don't think so, because you got to make sure like everybody's traditions and cultures are included.
I love that you think this way, Evan. Truly. It really means a lot to me seeing that you can understand what I understand about different cultural relatives.
It shows that you show a lot of respect to different cultures around the world.
You guys are very informed, and I'm so glad to be on your podcast.
Thank you, sir.
Of course, sir.
Hey guys, welcome back. So, after we heard from these other speakers, we realized that understanding doesn't mean agreement, but it does mean respect. The key to all this is balance. You need to be able to respect and have curiosity without putting them down or showing that it's bad. The bull and ant ritual teaches us that pain can carry pride, honor, and transformation in certain contexts. Even if we personally disagree with this, we can still admire their courage and sense of identity. By understanding these practices, we become more empathetic and less judgmental.
Some action steps to have a more cultural relativism mindset instead of being ethnocentric is to educate yourself about global cultures before forming opinions. You can encourage cross-cultural conversations that build empathy and understanding towards these other cultures. When you talk about other cultures, use curiosity, not judgment.
So, Michael, like a big thing in this, you really just got to be open-minded and stuff like that.
You really do.
People are just different. You got to accept that and just keep on rolling, man.
Yeah. Other ways you could apply Ruth Benedict's purpose. Her purpose was seeing culture as patterns of thought and behavior worth understanding to daily life. And then we always got to remember, when we understand before we judge, we build a better, more connected world. And then a short quote from a famous anthropologist, Ruth Benedict, is the purpose of anthropology is to make the world safe for human differences.
You know, I really think we put a lot out there about how people should just be more understanding and positive towards these different cultures and stuff, man.
I agree, Andy.
Well, everyone, it was nice talking to you.
Thank you for your time.
I'll catch you on the flip side.
Deuces.